It's Wednesday. It's 5 Minute Rehab Day. Come on in. Come on in. This is Taisha Presley, the owner and the founder of Legacy Empowerment Services. We are a mental health private practice. We're located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we work with adolescents and young adults whom have experienced some type of dysfunction and want to rehabilitate their lives. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, as Mr. Rogers would say. And I hope that you are feeling it wherever you are. So remember when I used to have a question of the day and I would give my thoughts? And so I wanted to return to our 5 Minute Rehab roots because I had an exchange in the social media streets, and this person is okay with me reading it to you guys and weighing in based on my experience. Okay. All right. And my thoughts, my clinical thoughts. All right, so I'm going to read it and then I'm going to give my thoughts, okay? It says, so my kid's dad is always saying negative and demeaning things about me to our only son. However, I still allow them to visit him regularly. He refused to take our daughter to summer school and continue karate practice throughout the summer because he said I failed them by not preparing her during the school year, and I should have had other arrangements in place regarding practice, even though I'm the one who pays monthly. Now he works in the oil field, so when he's gone, his girlfriend keeps them when it's his time for visits. Well, tonight my son had an issue with my baby daddy's girlfriend and called her a bitch, supposedly. So my baby daddy called me at 12:30 a.m. going off, yelling and being all extra, saying I need to go pick him up because he won't tolerate disrespect. Called our son a punk and said it directly to him. So I had to remind him that our son is just imitating him when he disrespects me and that his behavior is really the outcome of a deeper issue, but he hung up in my face. I don't know what to do. And to top it off, because I really want to cut all ties, all capitalized, given the emotional and verbal abuse, but I'm adamant about letting them see for themselves when the time comes. Advice, please. Screenshots for context. And so she had some screenshots and we had a dialogue and an exchange about what's actually happening. And she wants to stop all visits with her child and her child's father. So here are my thoughts. I need you guys to hear me and hear me well. And you may not like this, but your child's father, your child's mother is who they are. They are going to do what they're going to do. And you have a choice here. Your choice is either to allow them to do what they're going to do and just roll with the punches, roll with the resistance. I did that video a couple of weeks ago about resistance. You can either roll with it. You can either insert some boundaries. You can either go to co-parenting therapy. You can talk it through in a peaceful, mature manner. But what you cannot do is stop your child from visiting their father, especially if you have a court order. Now listen, I know that many of you are not going to like what I just said, but it is the truth. The courts don't care about your other parents' abuse to you necessarily. They don't care that they're rude. They don't care that your other parent is a jerk. They just don't care. And you know why? Because for so many cases, one of the parents would use abuse or would use lies, essentially. Amber Heard, hello, would use lies essentially to gain footing in family court. And so now judges have gotten to the place where they're minimizing, unfortunately, they're minimizing the impact of violence, family violence, domestic violence, abuse, emotional abuse, and all types of abuse, especially if it's just directed parent to parent. Now, if it's directed to the kids, that may be a little bit different. And if that's the case, then I always suggest that the parent goes and gets, maybe files a report with DSS, with Child Protective Services, so that there can be an investigation done. But at the end of the day, that requires some time. That requires some proof. That requires some footwork and some documenting. But what you cannot do in the interim, unless you are really concerned for your child's safety and welfare, and in that case, you can actually file for a temporary emergency custody order if it's that serious in terms of your concern. But if it's not, if it's just small things about you not agreeing with the fact that his girlfriend is watching them, or you're not agreeing with his parenting decisions, if you're not agreeing with the way that things are going with how he's choosing to parent, that's you. That's a you thing. That is a you thing that the courts don't really care about, and they're not going to waste their resources in addressing. Now you can, but the courts are going to look at you as if you're the problem parent. So you're going to have to find ways to manage the situation with your child's father. Hello, coaching parent, family transitions coaching program. That's why I'm doing it, because the family court system really does not care about how you guys co-parent, but you still got to co-parent in a way that's healthy. So there is this entire fathers' rights movement that has been established so that fathers have the right to parent their child in the way that they desire without interference from the mother, because for so long mothers have abused their rights. Essentially, they have overlooked a father's rights, and nowadays fathers, for whatever reason, some people think that it's because of child support, for whatever reason, but fathers are now taking their role more seriously and fighting for it in courts, and the courts are honoring that. So what I encourage parents to do, specifically moms, and for some people, if you interfere with the father's right to parent their child, it can be a felony. You can get your custody taken away. There's lots of things that can happen. So this is serious. So what I'm suggesting that this parent do is to learn how to co-parent, learn how to actually have a conversation with this parent, because the courts are not going to parent for you guys. So you got to learn how to do it yourself without interfering with the other parent's rights, because those days are long gone. You're going to have to learn how to do it in a way that does not interfere with your co-parent's rights. So this is why I'm promoting this family transitions coaching program. This is why I do it, because the courts don't care, but it still needs to get done. And I'm here to help you. Go to www.rehabilitateyourlife.com. Get help today in a way that is not going to get your rights, your parenting rights infringed on. That's not going to get your custody taken. That's not going to get you a felony, because in some states it's a felony to keep the child away from their parents. So go to www.rehabilitateyourlife.com and let's learn how to co-parent in a way that is more helpful and healthy. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.